How's that? Do you ever think about the rights of children? You know, because they're always like the property of, the ward of, it's always the parental rights that we talk about. Well, what about the rights of the kids? What about the right of the grandparents? Just saying. It's kind of based. I like it. Unanimously approving and then sending it to the referendum vote. It's pretty good. If you ask me, this is some pretty good coverage on this very important topic. Just saying. Workers.org. Every day. Like your life depend on it. Cubans, once more, have proved that they never stop searching for justice, and they will never stop, quote, making revolution. Boom. Booyah. Tickle them ivories. Ooh. Tickling them. I got the chicken skin. Hey, Boop. The Boop Dragon. How you doing, Boop? Yeah, it's tickling something. Tickle. Waddle, waddle. Tickle, tickle. Anyway, inclusive, expansive, revolutionary new family code approved. 2-1. The family code is epic. There you go. Featured on the screen. The family code is epic. It is.
Pipeline through Belarus and Poland and not through the Nord Stream pipelines. There's also speculation it could be the U.S. The U.S. had been threatening
not the U.S.
not only Russia but also Germany.
We have the evidence
over the Nord Stream
We've
pipeline.
Got the video of Biden
for
saying
many months. In fact, former CIA director turned Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, he said the U.S. would do everything to stop the Nord Stream 2 project. The Trump administration and the Biden administration.
Well, I don't know what you do. Laying in bed, just listening, not looking at. Great. Listen to what these folk have to say, because I think it's worth knowing. Let's do it. Bolorista. Thank you.
We're going through chronologically here, talking about the history.
Because they're able to go across the Black Sea, across the Dardanelles, Bosporus, whatever, into Southwest Asia.
He who controls the spice.
And this would have been a way to connect Germany to the Middle Eastern oil, and it would have been a workaround to the British control of the Suez Canal. And so it was horrifying, probably is a contributing factor to why World War I was fought. The British side was terrified of German industrial power and it being fueled by Middle Eastern oil.
Doesn't happen. Damn. Did not know this quote existed. I am glad to hear it. I just wanted to make sure I really understood it. So I took the closed captions off and just read it out myself. So now I've learned a little bit more. Primordial interest of the United States. Nice.
This is really just imperialism.
Nice.
And it also shows why the war in Afghanistan was so important. Afghanistan being right there in the middle of Central Asia, right there in the so-called Ward Island. And of course, we also know that Afghanistan has borders with China. It's not a big border, but has a border with China and a border with Iran.
Oh,
and,
thank you, Dorian.
It had a border with the former Soviet Union, but it's also very close to Russia.
JohnPilger.com.
I just wanted to say, you were talking about the importance of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline in this conflict. Proxy war conference, which was in early February 2022, a few weeks before Russia invaded. We saw that Baerbock, the German foreign minister, said very clearly that Germany did not want to certify the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. That was before Russia invaded Ukraine. Of course, when Russia invaded, then they said, yeah, this is not going to be certified. Before that, even, we saw that Victoria Nuland, the third in command of the U.S. State Department, who orchestrated the coup in Ukraine in 2014, overthrowing Ukraine's Democratic-elected president, Viktor Yanukovych.
We heard about him all the time, blah, blah, blah. People just discussed, yada, yada. And then when I found out she was on that morning show with Joe, whatever his name is, former congressman, just right wingers pretending to be centrists, whatever. Morning Joe, right? Exactly. Just horrible. Anyway, here we go.
This is from The Grand Chessboard, American Primacy and its Geostrategic Imperatives, 1997, destroying the Iran nuclear deal. That is exactly what's emerged. But also what's interesting about this passage is he talks about another great threat to U.S. hegemony. One would be a Sino-Japanese axis, which, I mean, that's kind of crazy. I can't imagine that happening anytime in the near future, given the history of Japanese colonialism in China. But what you were talking about earlier, Aaron, the other point, as the Strat 4 founder said, that the biggest threat to U.S. hegemony is a potential Russian-German alliance. This is also what Brzezinski.
It's not because we love Putin or any of that bullshit. It's because we understand the history and we understand how and why this is playing out. And quite honestly, none of us want to fucking die in a nuclear exchange. So NATO needs to stand the fuck down.
Prevent that kind of Eurasian alliance to maintain U.S. hegemony.
Just saying.
In the process, the U.S. is destroying Europe's economy, bankrupting German industry, which is at the heart of the European economy.
Like that might actually be more possible.
Really? A leftward movement in Japan and an unalignment? They'd be like, oh, wait a minute, maybe we should align ourselves with China and Russia, because otherwise, maybe we should kick the United States military off our lands. Oh boy, imagine that. I'd like to live long enough to see that happen. I don't know that I will.
These elite. So you really see what the U.S. did in World War II. That it essentially, you had the anti-communist pact of Germany and Japan. The two pillars in the East and West. Italy too, but whatever. And they
did you just say whatever to Italy too? But yeah, whatever. That was funny.
Germany and Japan, the two pillars in the East and West, Italy too, but whatever. They brought those into the American empire under American management, and they managed the anti-communist international. As imperialists, they see it as an existential conflict for the U.S. empire.
An existential conflict for U.S. empire, for U.S. hegemony, for us, but it's an existential threat to their whole existence for Russia. Viewed through those lenses, which one? I don't know. Which one would bluff and which one wouldn't? It's rarely about the money. It's the working conditions. So yeah, 60 seconds. Here we go.
People keep saying this is the most, the biggest raise we've seen in 40 years on the rails. It's 24% over 5 years.
Yeah.
So, it's less than 5% a year. It's not, and they keep talking about, it's a 14% raise immediately.
Yeah.
It's
with
partly
inflation,
because they've been out of raises for the past 3 years while the thing's been expired.
This is the best movie I've seen in decades. But here's the honest trailer. Honest trailer.
You see this GIF, the ending of Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh no! Stop! I got it on 1.25. We have to put it on normal speed. I'm so sorry. Restarting.
USO show. But whatever they're selling to Indians, one message is clear to the entire world. Seriously,
fuck
the
that
British.
Guy.
As the
Fuck
Brits
them.
range from evil
Fuck those guys.
to demonic.
I want to see his neck
fuck
drawn
that guy.
out tight.
Fuck
and
that
his
guy.
eyes bulge and pop
Fuck those
just before
guys.
his neck snaps.
To
Fuck those
holy
guys.
that woman carries a spiked whip between her legs, just that
Dude.
coming. And summoning all your strength like a dang DBZ character.
Watch that movie. Best Saturday afternoon in a long time. Best Saturday afternoon. Oh my God. It was so good. So, whether you choose to get baked or not is up to you. But I'm just saying, it's not necessary. We're active with them. Anyway, our war signs and one of Comrade from Workers World, Comrade Tony Murphy's cartoons, both were featured in the second ALU paper that just came out, which I think is kind of cool. I mean, You know. By the way, type in WAAR in the chat. Where's the row? I don't know. Whatever. You can see it in the chat. You just can't see it all right there because of the way things are layered. But so anyway, the Voice of Associates, tragedy in Jersey. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's a war sign. The green one right here. Can we make it bigger? Oh, we can't make it bigger. It won't go any bigger. Fuck, you don't own me. Like if I've got time to clean, then I also have time to lean and fuck right off. The boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I poop and tweet on company time. All of that. That's called acting your wage. Act your wage. It's an internet thing. You go to meetings or to talks and you share what you learn. You share with your family at dinner time. You share with your neighbors when you're doing the laundry. Oh, I just got back from Cuba. Oh, really? Because they'll have questions and you'll have experience. So this is an important thing, to go and to come back. So let's listen to these 5. Here we go.
Different places, doing so many different things with so many different backgrounds. And doesn't just bring them together for a meeting or for a one-day action or for a conference, but brings them together to do collective work and collective living.
Collective work and collective living. It's not a vacation. Collective work and collective living. Vince Ramos Brigade. And travel. They believe that it is their right as U.S. citizens to travel free of U.S. government obstacles. The Brigadistas. There is much to learn from Cuba, and the best way to do that is to travel there and see it for yourself. And you know what? You could go too. Fill out the app. Get busy. We have 20? We have 20? Yay! Hyperclap for everybody. Hyperclap for everybody. Thank you. That pleases me. It just pleases me. Thank you. All right. All right now.
Humility. Yeah. So coming here, like doing that physical labor, just makes me feel more connected.
Solidaridad es no dar lo que nos sobra, sino compartir lo que tenemos.
It's nice, yeah.
On one hand, it means connecting with this land that is liberated and it's rare to touch, land that is free.
2 years off because of COVID, but www.VB4 Cuba, VB, Vince Ramos Brigade for Cuba, VB4Cuba.com. There's the Instagram, there's the Twitter. Follow, do that stuff. And you know what? Why not see if you, why not make it happen for yourself? Interesting. I'd like to know more about that painting, but here's a little tractor, the woman driving the tractor away from the dock, away from the pier, with sacks on the little rail cars. Oscura transportada. That's kind of cool. I like it. This kind of stuff. Unless somebody's sitting on a pile of cash and wants to make Mrs. Bear happy, send me out the Vince Ramos Brigade. I love that mural. Nice. That's such a great 12 likes. From 1 like to 12 likes. Can we do that here? You've got the address. It's a challenge. It's my challenge to you. If we could get it from 1 to 20 likes, that would make a splash. 1 to 20. 19 more people to click like. Get rid of the Lenin strips. Get rid of those too, right? And now it's just us. Just hanging out with Fidel. Listening to Hasta Siempre, Comandante. And watching footage from the Venceramos Brigade 1970. 1970. Saboteurs and spies and weapons into our island. Facts, Jack. Facts.
Nosotros queremos construir el socialismo. Nos hemos declarado partidarios de los que luchan por la paz. Nos hemos declarado dentro del grupo de países no alineados, a pesar de ser marxistas-leninistas, porque los no alineados como nosotros luchan contra el imperialismo.
Fight against imperialism.
Queremos paz.
Peace. Fucking be good or I'm going to be enraged. But here we go. Let's see how it is.
As we turn now to Philadelphia and a campaign to stop the displacement of people who live in affordable housing in a complex called University City Townhomes that's located in the now largely gentrified area of University City around the University of Pennsylvania and Drexel University. The neighborhood was once known as Black Bottom.
They took our children's institutions away, learning institutions, elementary school, an early childhood center, and a high school. And then years later, are displacing the families here. But this community has been a close-knit community for over 40 years now. So everybody in the community are pretty close. We're pretty much like family. Everybody in the community are pretty close. We're pretty much like family.
And I wanted to ask Sheldon Davies, you also lived in the community for many years. You still have relatives there and friends. What about this whole issue of this Altman Management Company wanting to renovate these apartments from 3 and 4 bedrooms to studio and 1-bedroom apartments?
To you and you're like, well, why is it so bad, man? I don't know. What's wrong with it? Like, follow the struggle by going to the source. And get yourself caught up and educated on what these struggles are about. These things don't just pop up out of nowhere for no reason. And the white people with a lot of money, pretty much they're almost always fucking wrong. Just saying. Cool. Came around. They tore down our neighborhood, but not our spirits. The Black Bottom is still home to our hearts. That's what that says. I just wanted to look at it because I had never seen it before.
This group, they should extend, be thrown out. And I want the students to hear what you just said. Students at Penn, students at Drexel, you all should be joining in massive action nonviolently with these tenants. I want the students to hear what you just said. Students at Penn, students at Drexel, and I want the students to hear what you just said. Students at Penn, students at Drexel, you all should be joining in massive action nonviolently with these tenants.
Boom.
Age of Tumblr.
This is the golden...
With the kind of sad boy energy unseen since the golden age of Tumblr.
No, back.
Do you know how many dream mails I have in my inbox?
Sorry, I gotta have this.
Tom Sturridge shines as Dream. As in, he's so pale it reflects light. He plays this god like a combo of Roberts, from Smith to Pattinson, with the kind of sad boy energy unseen since the golden age of Tumblr.
It is as natural to die as it is to be born. We do not choose to be created.
In a world full of
Hello, everyone. I'm Rania.
In a world full of trailers,
Kalik, and this
you would never let Rania Kalik interrupt your bit. Man, what a fucking great voice, huh? What an outstanding. Anyway, that's my little break from politics for a little while, right? Not epic. Honest trailers. What are you gonna do? Honest trailers.
I mean election, to decide if this little shit goblin should run the country for another 4 years. The past 4 years have been great. Our "it's just a little flu, bro" policy got a shit ton of us killed. The pandemic's second highest death toll. More than half the nation faces food insecurity. Some are scavenging for bones in bins, and shitloads are homeless. But hey, look on the bright side. This family managed to buy over 100 homes, half of them in cash. Home to shit tons of biodiversity and one of the planet's biggest carbon sinks. Well, it was. Now it's a net emitter of carbon, thanks to us. That's because we gutted our environmental agencies to help illegal loggers and miners burn and loot the forest. We let land grabbers murder the indigenous peoples who are fighting to protect what's left of it, and helped our agribusiness mates clear the forest to grow soy and beef so they can keep making the ching-ching. What's that?
Jesus.
At least they're helping to feed murder the indigenous peoples who are fighting to protect what's left of it, and helped our agribusiness mates clear the forest to grow soy and beef so they can keep making the ching-ching. What's that?
Jesus.
At least they're helping to feed all those hungry Brazilians? Oh, honey. Most of that beef and soy is exported for profit. Hungry Brazilians can go eat a bag of dicks.
Oh,
Agro é
damn.
Agro é população faminta. Agro é shitfuckery. Because of the shitfuckery,
initial run through. Music, boink, boink. With the little boink doggy, boink, boink. I would do that. I would send you a voiceover tape. I would send you an MP3. Do it again? Seriously? Since it's been closed. Welcome to Trinidad, home of the bigot. Welcome to Trinidad, home of the biggest pitch lake. Welcome to Trinidad, home to the biggest pitch lake on the planet. Now leased to the Chinese for 99 years. I gotta work on that. Dope fucking music. So when I go to my pharmacy, this is a trip. So when I go to my oh, you gotta go, JV? Hey, JV. Good night. Sleep well. Dream well. Dream well. Dream well. Sleep well.
Nós tiramos 36 milhões de brasileiros da extrema pobreza. Criamos 22 milhões de empregos com direitos garantidos. Elevamos o Brasil ao posto de sexta maior economia do mundo. Pagamos a dívida com a FMI e nos tornamos credores do fundo. Deixamos 370 bilhões de dólares em reserva. E foi graças a isso que o Brasil não quebrou, apesar da incompetência do autogoverno.
Some people would say that I am not a professional streamer. On the other hand, look what just happened. Class-conscious content. Well curated for the commie curious. With chat and commentary. Monday through Thursday. Roughly midnight, 11:30 midnight, till 4:20 a.m. Everybody's a Nazi.
Der Führer ist wahrscheinlich für Sie auch ein Nazi.
The Führer is probably a Nazi too.
Ja?
Ja.
Jetzt reicht's aber.
That's enough.
Führerbeleidigung. Mitkommen. Das sind jetzt über... Ja, ich weiß.
See the violence inherent in the system. Nazi methods. Nazi methods.
Oh, God. Nazis suck balls.
Say what?
Oh, God. Nazis suck balls.
Ava, one more time.
Oh, God. Nazis suck balls.
Jesus Christ. Nah, I wasn't going to introduce her to fascism because she might rebel and just go the opposite way just because I'm her mother.
Aucune crainte pour la mère de Georgia.
No fear for the mother, though, because here's how it turned out.
Sa fille et elle partagent bien les mêmes opinions.
Her daughter certainly shares her opinions and is a anti-communist, i.e. fascist.
Communiste, anti-avortement et pour un régime autoritaire.
Oh my God.
Ce soir-là,
the prime minister, the current prime minister, what she was saying earlier and then what she said 30 years ago, that just reminds me of this again. I'm sorry, we have to go here. We have to go here. This is a thing. Congratulations.
That was one of the stupidest things that I've ever seen anybody post on the internet before.
There you go.
Now get this! If you're late one more time, you're fired!
Ace, you're back. Oh, I'm dying here. I'm dying here. Wolfie, where you been? You missed the best stream ever. You're back? Nah, whatever. Best stream ever. You missed it. Best stream ever. You missed it. Glad you're back.
Help! Open the door! Help! I'm locked in with a killer! Help! Help! Help!
That's mathematics, son. You can argue with me, but you can't argue with figures. 2 half-nothings is a whole nothing. And I know what I'm talking about because...
Best stream I ever missed.
Okay, I'll shut up. I'm not one that has to keep talking.
Well,
some fellas just have to keep their
Wolfie,
mouths flapping,
I'm just
but
saying,
not me.